What's up, guys? Happy May 2nd. We are going to go over the 6-game MLB slate today for Thursday, May the 2nd. This is get-out games, so these teams are just finishing these games out. Then a lot of them are traveling. The weekend series are coming up. This is not my favorite slate of games by any means. There's not a lot of numbers that I like, but we'll still try to find some value. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you guys like any of the content, want to see more. We hit some underdogs on yesterday's video, so let's try to hit some more. Let's try to make some money out of this pretty bad slate, in my opinion. I'm gonna go pretty light because there's not much that I love in this slate. But without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, going to this Rockies Miami Marlins game. First game of the day, noon Eastern time for y'all on the East Coast. You got Peter Lambert going against Edward Cabrera. In my opinion, Edward Cabrera is quite a bit better pitcher than Peter Lambert. You don't know what you're going to get from Peter Lambert if you're going to get a couple innings or 3 or 4 innings. It's probably going to be somewhat of a bullpen game. I don't know. He's only had one start so far this season, so it's kind of hard to go. He went 3 innings. He did get 6 strikeouts. Honestly, I could see this one starting off slow. I could see this game being like a 3-0, 4-0 Marlins win, or a pretty similar to yesterday, 4-1 type game. But the Rockies striking out 28.2% of the time versus right-handed pitching over the last week. Nationals strikeout numbers are a little bit lower, around the 18% mark, but their average is only 210. They're not good numbers when it comes to slugging. I think this is a pretty sluggish game. It is a get-out game, like I said, but if I was going to pick a side, I would lean to the Marlins, but the number is way too big for me to even think about wanting to pull the trigger on it. I think Edward Cabrera, though, gets his over in strikeouts. I think this one goes no run first inning, just like it did last game. Cabrera, he's had 10 strikeouts once this season. I just mentioned the Rockies can strike out a ton. The road numbers are pretty well the same. They're hitting around 235 on the road, so pretty similar to what their average is right now. Cabrera has went over 6.5 strikeouts in 2 of his 3 starts this season, I guess. So 10 and 7, and then his last one 4. That was with the Nationals, team that's not striking out a ton, and his control was kind of a little bit off, I think, in that game. Cabrera throws a slider quite a bit. I think he has a changeup that's not bad. He doesn't usually rely on his fastball too much. He relies more on that changeup, I believe, whereas Peter Lambert is a little bit more heavy on the fastball, and then he gets his slider and his changeup in there. But I think Lambert could potentially get some strikeouts in this one too. I think this game starts off slow, so I would go no run first inning. It is juiced, but I think this game starts off slow. Day game, get out game, 2 pitchers that, I mean, Cabrera obviously is a lot more elite in my opinion, but I think we get a nerfy, and I think Cabrera gets over his strikeouts. If I was going to pick a side, like I said, I would take the Marlins. I don't love it because I would rather have the plus money with the Rockies, but I just don't know if they can get to Cabrera enough to get it done, and I don't trust their bullpen. So not betting this game as far as a side goes at this moment. The morning that might change, but right now, not betting it. So if I'm gonna bet it, it's gonna be in the morning when I see lineups. It's probably gonna be the nerfy. I'm gonna hope there's a couple of key guys out of the lineup, which will make the nerfy a little bit better. Obviously, we don't have to worry about like any issues of the weather or anything. I don't know. Maybe the roof will be open here in this one, but I don't know. I can't say for sure. Yeah, that's kind of all I got for this game. This is an ugly game. 2 battle of bad teams. Get out game. I don't know. I shouldn't even have spent 3 or 4 minutes talking about it. So let's move on. All right, looking at this Red Sox Giants game. Red Sox have won two games out in this series. Kyle Harrison, the lefty, going against Josh Winkowski. This looks like to be a bullpen game for the Red Sox. The Red Sox are actually hitting lefties fairly decent. 715 OPS with a 256 average over the last week versus lefties. It's kind of a smaller sample size than I would like. So this game is kind of hard. I kind of lean to the Red Sox just out of the current form that they're in. The Giants are still only hitting around 216 versus right-handed pitching. They're striking out a lot, 30.5% of the time over the last week. If you break this down to their last 5 games, they're hitting below 200 for average. Runs per 9 is around 2. Red Sox last 5 games hitting 214 versus lefties. So the numbers get a little bit worse. I lean to the Red Sox in this one. Again, still not my favorite. All these games, I'm going to pretty much say the same, but I lean to the Red Sox, the team in better form. It's get out game for the Giants. The Red Sox, I trust a little bit more. I trust their bullpen a little bit more. And I trust their offense a little bit more as far as what we've seen. The Giants have scored 2 runs over the last 2 games. Red Sox have scored 10. Red Sox at home in Fenway Park. I lean to the Red Sox in this one. I think this is a decent number for the Red Sox, who have shown that they can get it done. All right, going to this Cubs Mets game. Man, this Mets team, I can't deal with them. Their offense is terrible. Just right now, they're just struggling offensively. There was some controversy in their last game about whether there was plate interference, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. They got shut out. It was a pitcher's duel for the most part, but the Mets just can't seem to get their offense going. They've been very limited on runs. Adrian Hauser has gotten absolutely rocked his last 2 outings, 8 1/3 innings, 14 earned runs. So, I mean, I think the Mets have the better bullpen in this one. I will note that the Mets 6 straight wins as favorites following a loss. They are a slight favorite in this one. I could see them getting this one done. Don't love it. The Cubs at plus money I do like, but honestly, this is just rough. I don't like backing Adrian Hauser. The guy just got rocked his last outing. Ben Brown's been somewhat solid. Like he's, I don't know, 8 strikeouts in 9 2/3 innings, 4 earned runs, 1 home run given up. Adrian Hauser, 14 earned runs, 5 strikeouts, and 8 1/3 innings is just, it's gross. I mean, one of those was the Dodgers, obviously, which is, kind of somewhat to be expected. I don't know. I'm leaning to the Cubs at plus money. I probably not betting this game again. I could see a couple key guys sit here, which might make me have to go to the Mets. Like I said, I think the Mets do have the bullpen advantage here. I'm probably going to pass on this game. I'm probably going to pass on a lot of stuff on this Thursday card. All right, in this Orioles-Yankees game, we have no official starter for the Orioles, so I don't know who they're going to send out. I think it was supposed to be Kyle Bradish, but he is dealing with an elbow injury. Could be Jake Irvin. I honestly don't know at this time. I know it should be Carlos Rodon, the lefty, going for the Yankees. When you look at Baltimore versus left-handed pitching over the last week, 283 average, 855 OPS. You look at the Yankees, if they do face a righty, they're hitting righties, 301 average, 949 OPS. This one could be interesting. I have no weather report as far as like what the weather's doing, but it might be a somewhat cross inward blowing wind tomorrow. I'll have to check the weather report in the morning. And then obviously, it's hard to hit home runs now that they've moved the wall to, 400 out in left field, which is painful. Robs a lot of home runs, makes the game a little bit different. But at this moment, Orioles at plus money. They have bounced back after a loss, 5 straight times, wins following a loss, 5 in a row. Maybe that trend continues. I've got little to no information, but I mean, at this time, I'm going to lean to the Orioles. If they, at plus money, I think maybe they throw in a starter that will compete with Carlos Rodon. And it just went out again. Don't like this idea of not having the information completely. So I don't know. I could see the Yankees getting this one done. So it's a 50-50 game for me, especially with no starter. It makes it a little harder. All right, this Rangers-Nationals game. I took C.J. Abrams yesterday to get a home run. He didn't get it done. Nationals, I ended up taking them at plus 165. I also threw them in a parlay. That doesn't matter. They did get it done. 1-0 yesterday. Shut the Rangers out. It was a good start. Good start from the pitchers, and the bullpen came through to hold them off. So boring game if you're watching it. Not a lot going on. Now you get Mitchell Parker, the lefty, going for the Nationals here. Not a lot from him as far as data goes. He had one good start versus the Astros, 8 strikeouts in 7 innings, no earned runs given up. He faced the Dodgers, 4 strikeouts in 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs. They ended up winning both those games. Then he won his next game versus the Nationals, his most recent one, but he only got 2 strikeouts in that one, 1 earned run, 6 hits, 4 innings in that one. You got Nathan Eovaldi, who's been pretty solid when it comes to pitching in Texas. 8 strikeouts his last outing in 6 innings pitched with 1 earned run. His control sometimes is off. He can give up the walks. He's given up 11 walks in his last 11 in the third innings. The value for me is on the Nationals, but when you look at the Rangers hitting lefties, I mean, they strike out a ton. 32% strikeout rate over the last week versus left-handed pitchers. 277 average. When you look at them over the last 5 games, they're hitting 298 versus left-handed pitching. Nationals hitting 217. The Nationals aren't striking out a ton. This is a tough one. I mean, I like the number with the Nationals, but I think the Rangers probably get the win in the end. Am I going to lay the heavy juice or the run line with them? Probably not. I don't see it as being a good bet, in my opinion. I lean to the Rangers. Don't love it. I like the number way better with the Nationals. Looks like it's probably on the move down. I was seeing +1. Oh no, it's on the move up. It's up +210 now with the Rangers. Yeah, I can't even get close to that. The -1.5 is +105. Yeah, this one's tough. I mean, the Nationals. I'd rather take the Nationals at +1.5. Honestly, this game. All these games are just frustrating right now. I gotta go with the value on the Nationals money line. I'm not too hot on this Texas Rangers team. They're a 50-50 Rangers team right now. They're just inconsistent. You never know what you're going to get from them. It seems like lately they have one good game, and then they have a couple of games where their offense doesn't do anything. So due to the price alone, I'm going to go with the Nationals. I mean, I think the Rangers probably get the win, but on the price alone. All right, final game up is the night game, the Guardians-Astros. Lefty, Logan Allen going for the Guardians. You got the righty Spencer Arrighetti going in his 10-11 ERA, whatever he's got. The Astros, I will say, at home versus left-handed pitching this season are hitting 288. Guardians on the road hitting 237. The last 5 games, Astros hitting 237 versus lefties. Guardians hitting 225 versus righties. Both these pitchers can give up lots of contact, lots of runs. Arrighetti, 7 strikeouts in 3 and 2/3 innings, but he gave up 4 earned runs on 7 hits. Logan Allen, 4 earned runs, 5 strikeouts, 5 hits, 4 and 2/3 innings. He's given up multiple runs. I think this one we probably see some runs early. Both these pitchers probably get hit a little bit harder. Give me the yes run first inning. I know it's kind of juiced, but I think we see it. As far as the Astros, one of the worst teams when it comes to betting no run first inning. So they're a heavy yes run first inning team. The Guardians are kind of, I think it's somewhat middle of the pack here. Yeah, somewhat middle of the pack. We've seen a no run first inning yesterday, but those are 2 much better pitchers. This one, I think we see some mistake pitches. And I think we see a run, at least 1 run in the first inning from somebody. So whether it's a home run, whether it's some hits that lead to a double, a single and a double or something, a double, something. I think we see some runs in the first inning. As far as a side on this one, I don't love either one of these pitchers. I don't really trust either one of them right now. I think the Astros might be able to get the win, but I'm not going to take a side here. Just going to root for runs in the first inning. Like I said, this whole slate does not excite me. It's currently 12:19 a.m. May 2nd. If I was going to, so I think the Rockies Marlins Nerfy is live -120. If I was going to play like a parlay, I'd probably take the Marlins. Might have to throw the Mets in there right now after this, but Marlins, Mets, Red Sox plus 470. I don't know. That would maybe be the parlay if I was look as like a pre-look. It'll probably change by the morning. Like I said, don't love this slate. Be very, very careful. I'm probably making very minimal bets on this slate. Edward Cabrera, I think, gets his strikeouts, so I think he can strike out 7 in this game. Maybe even a few more. His alternate strikeout line is probably not bad. And as far as home run hitters, I maybe look in the Astros game. I don't know if I can go to the Astros game. We're seeing like a decent hitting chance, especially with those 2 pitchers. I don't know about Texas. They haven't really been hitting the greatest. Boston versus the lefty. I don't really have any guys that I love there. And the Mets and the Cubs, we haven't really seen a lot. So don't really have much for home run props. But pitcher strikeouts, milestones. Let's see. Edward Cabrera to record 8 strikeouts plus 190. To get 10 strikeouts is plus 750. I could actually see him getting 10, honestly. Just because it's the Rockies. If it was some other teams, maybe not. But Edward Cabrera to get 10 strikeouts at plus 750. I might be playing that come morning time. I don't know. I'm gonna sleep on it, but that might be not bad. He's hit it once so far this season. He might be able to do it again. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys. Good luck as always. Thanks a lot for watching. Drop your picks in the comments. This is a very ugly slate, so let's help each other try to find something that works. Honestly, I don't love any of these games very much. Might change by the time I wake up in the morning. Who knows? But right now, that's all I got for you guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you in the next one.